as she's tried to get over screens.
Henderson gets the switch, pulls, and hits from three. It's a one-point game with 2:20 to go. And Williams is fouled by Destiny Henderson.
Destiny Henderson here. Patience, brings it in, pops back out. South Carolina is going to need someone outside of Aliyah Boston, who once again exits the game, and Zia Cook to find some offense as the defense keys on those two.
Cook with 25, Henderson now with 12. Amihir back in for South Carolina. Williams has been quiet. Williams looking for space, flips in a big one for Stanford. The lead is back to 3 for Stanford. Dawn Staley calls out a play. Henderson thought about it, had space for a moment, but passed it up. Cook, that looked like a kick ball on hole. No call. Down the court, Brink lays it in for Stanford. It's a 5-point lead.
Yeah, Dawn Staley might want a timeout just so she can get Boston back in the game.
A timeout is taken. That absolutely looked like a kick ball was missed. And it ended up an opportunity in transition for Stanford. Rebecca, take a look and let me know what you think.
There's a difference between having the ball thrown off your foot and kicking it. Yes, her foot is moving. Yes, she kicks that basketball. That should have been a whistle. And South Carolina ball, and it turns into an easy layup the other way for Brink. What a huge missed call.
No question about it. A missed call there should have absolutely been a kick, was not, and now South Carolina's got to regroup down 5.
And if they called the kick and you inbounds, Aliyah Boston can come back in the game there.
So Dawn Staley trying to rally the troops here. Boston pinned underneath, unable to squeeze it in. Loose ball. Henderson has it. A 3. No good. Rebound Boston. Another chance here for South Carolina. Henderson through the lane. Flips it in. Plus the foul.
And how about the offensive rebounds from Aliyah Boston, a player with 4 fouls who continues to get in there and make an impact for her team so that Destiny Henderson can have this opportunity for the and 1.
Henderson a chance to make it a 2-point game. Hits the free throw. 64-62. Stanford in front. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. A trip to the title game on the line. And a timeout taken by Tara Vanderveer.
I would look for Stanford to get some type of dribble penetration towards the basket. Haley Jones has been virtually unstoppable in this game. Get her a touch. And if you can suck in the defense as players help and Aliyah Boston does her best not to pick up her 5th foul, you might be able to get a kick out for a 3.
A 64-62 lead for Stanford. 1:09 to go in the fourth. South Carolina 1 timeout remaining. Stanford with 3. South Carolina is in the bonus. South Carolina with 2 fouls to give. Stanford currently has the possession arrow. Brink and Boston both navigating with 4 fouls. Jones will inbound. Even the stanchions starting to rise to their feet here. Home. Lost the dribble. Beal after it and has it for South Carolina. Beal in transition gets blocked by Jones and will stay with South Carolina.
Did you see Cameron Brink when they were running just push her in the back?
So Brink gets away with that, and then Jones comes up with the block. South Carolina ball down to Boston. Over to Henderson. Henderson has been clutch for the Gamecocks here in the fourth. Henderson, a three. You bet! Destiny Henderson has put South Carolina on top with 38 seconds to go.
We said somebody besides Zia Cook and Aliyah Boston had to step up. And how about Destiny Henderson with the biggest shot of the game this far? Going under the screen, and she makes Kiana Williams pay.
Asia Wilson absolutely loving what she's seeing from her squad. Now they're confirming that this was a three, which is what it was called on the floor. We will take another look as well.
Clearly.
Yes.
Three. So after this review, you would expect Tara Vanderveer to take a timeout and advance the basketball.
South Carolina with its first lead since this was a 15-13 game. The officials just confirming the clock right now. Henderson has the last
After review, the call has been confirmed as a three-point basket. The clock has been adjusted to 39.1.
So 39.1 seconds remaining. Henderson, the last 9 points for South Carolina. Rebecca, as Stanford draws up a play here, where does Tara Vanderveer, the all-time winningest coach, go with her Cardinal?
I think you have the ball in Kiana Williams' hands, but ultimately you want the ball to go to Haley Jones. She has been terrific all night. She's been efficient. South Carolina has not had an answer for her defensively. And as South Carolina looks for their stop, they have to get the defensive board if the shot doesn't go in. They have struggled with that all night.
Stanford has 16 offensive rebounds tonight. Stanford takes that timeout to be able to advance the basketball. South Carolina, a 1-point lead. 1 timeout remaining. They do have 2 fouls to give. Stanford is over the limit. They have 2 timeouts remaining, and they do have the possession arrow. Stanford does. Jones will inbound for Stanford. South Carolina leads by 1. Here is Hull. Hull turning, laying, missed it badly. Loose ball. Jones has it and hits. Haley Jones cleaning it up and putting Stanford back in front by 1 with 32 seconds to go.
It looked like South Carolina was trying to use one of their fouls to give on the drive, and it didn't work. And we talked about South Carolina having to get to the defensive glass. Right there, it looked like Cook tried to foul, or Henderson tried to foul. Haley Jones, what a tough shot as Kiana Williams does jumping jacks in the right corner saying, I'm open. Haley Jones says, that's all right, so am I.
Jones, 11 of 14 from the floor, 24 points, and puts Stanford back in front by 1. South Carolina basketball, they are now out, and their final one there. Stanford does not have any fouls to give. Possession arrow belongs to the Cardinal.
Action involving Zia Cook and Aliyah Boston. And then if you can have Destiny Henderson spotting up in a corner trying to suck the help defense out. But I would look for action involving Zia Cook and Aliyah Boston. They have been the best performers here so far in this game.
An incredible contest between South Carolina and Stanford. The winner will face the winner of UConn, Arizona. That game follows this one on ESPN. 32 seconds remaining. Stanford a 1-point lead. Henderson to inbound. She has the last 9 points for South Carolina. Henderson lobs it into Boston. Boston, body turning, blocked by Brink. Flagged it back down. Another chance here for South Carolina. 21 on the shot clock. Henderson on the attack. Henderson threw it away. Prechtel the steal. South Carolina has to foul, and they do. With 13 seconds remaining, Stanford a 1-point lead. And South Carolina is still going to have to give another foul before they can finally put Stanford at the line. And Tara Vanderveer will take a timeout.
Destiny Henderson driving, gets knocked off balance a little bit. Boston doesn't come to meet the pass, and a great defensive heads-up play by Prechtel. That's not just on the passer. The receiver has to come to it.
Destiny Henderson had scored the last 9 points for South Carolina to help lead them down the stretch. A huge steal from Prechtel. Stanford with the basketball, up one timeout remaining. South Carolina still has to give a foul.
And it's important that Stanford has that one timeout remaining, because if they cannot inbound the ball cleanly, they have a safety.
Jones, an outstanding passer.
They remove Prechtel completely from the offensive end of the floor. She's a 58% free throw shooter.
Interesting that they leave her on the floor at all, although South Carolina still with a foul to give.
But you have to go guard her, or else you inbound to her. She could take a ton of time off the clock.
Jones inbounds to Williams, and the foul not called. Williams evades, and now the foul is called against Henderson with 9.1 remaining. Henderson tried to apply the foul right away and could not. And now Stanford will inbound again. Into Brink, and Brink is trapped, loses it. Boston has it, squeezes it to Beal. 2 seconds left. Beal misses. Boston, no! Aliyah, Boston's follow just misses at the buzzer. Stanford escapes. Stanford is headed to the national championship game. Aliyah Boston, the heart and soul of this South Carolina team, overcome with emotion after she was unable to finish that putback at the buzzer.
Dawn Staley immediately went to Bree Beal, and then she went to Aliyah Boston, give him a tap as if to say it's okay. And then the entire Stanford team came out and surrounded Kiana Williams, saying, "We got you. We did this for you in your hometown to get you to the championship game."
What an absolutely scintillating finish as South Carolina walks off thanking their fans. Zia Cook clearly upset after her heroic performance tonight, and Stanford able to hold off South Carolina. The Cardinal are headed to the national championship game for the first time since 2010.
Stanford gets the ball inbounds, but the defense of South Carolina does its job. 2 great looks, first from Beal and then from Boston. Oh, heartbreaking for the 2 sophomores. You have a chance and another chance.
And Kiana Williams, the senior leader, hugged by her teammates. Aliyah Boston left with the feeling of what could have been. Tara Vanderveer headed back to the national title game, and Haley Jones, Fran Belibi, Aliyah Boston, who have played together with Team USA, hug it out after an incredible finish. We're going to head to SportsCenter. We'll be back in just a few moments.